Hello, we are back. We are back live, checking it out. Oh, couldn't even make it on time. Too much dinner to eat. What have we got? I just had a quick look at the news here. Same as before, just some talk about the shuffling around in the second to fifth places. So let's have a look at the overview. They look like they're about halfway. Amazing. And we've got a lot of teams on the packraft. A lot of teams that are in the trek part of the packraft, just the first half. And we've got the pack that we're following most closely. This second, let's call this the second bunch and the third bunch. And you can see there's some quite big gaps right back to the second bunch. So let's wind the clock back and see how that unfolded over the past 8 hours. So of course Avea got off the water before it was dark. They did have a rest early on in the trek, but a lot of the other teams were either on this trail. So there's a trail in this first part, trail all the way to this checkpoint down here, and the to here I think is the point, the control point, where we have to on this big river junction. Now the checkpoint's up here, okay, at the hut. So I've heard from somebody who has done this river, and they've answered my question about whether it's plausible to get in the pack raft higher up and whether that might be faster than using the trail, and they've confirmed that no, it's too shallow, it's too stony, you're not going to get, maybe there's little patches, but you're not going to get a good consistent speed on the water. You're much better to stay on the trail and then jump in the water here. So the course as marked is pretty accurate as to what the teams will actually do. And then they will definitely take the pack raft all the way until they get out here. So yeah, we're winding the clock back. So they're trekking all the way to CP 24, and then they're taking the rafts the rest of the way down. So we've had we had Avea go through, then the teams behind them got dark zoned, but they did get moving in the morning, and it's 8 o'clock now, so we're expecting to see basically anyone who's on the water at the moment. So all these teams have got through during the day, so that's really what they wanted to do, get through. Maybe they're going to have a rest at TA6 anyway. Okay, so you did see a lot of resting this afternoon at TA6. People taking down the rafts and getting themselves ready, getting those feet in good condition so that they can maintain this. This is going to be longer than 24 hours trekking. There's a lot of things that you can do to end your GODZone early by not taking the time to get the feet dry, get new gear, get the food in. So we're seeing some stopping at TA6, but then we're seeing just in the past hour people trying to get going. The past few hours, people getting up there, getting onto the trail, getting in the hills, and these guys here are dark zoned, so they're going to be camping out there until the morning. I hope they make the most of their rest, recover those legs as much as possible, and if they can have a big rest there, then they'll probably be able to roll through quite a lot of the trek. Maybe they can make it to one of these huts. There's a hut here, venison tops, and I think I saw another hut here, Tipuki. So those would be a sweet place to get some sleep. Tussock Hut also. So there's a number of sweet places. Oh, it just goes on and on. This is mammoth trek. wow, when you consider the distance, there's not really that many huts. Yeah, these guys here can keep moving. So there's only a couple who have been dark zoned. And I guess this is the short course. It's not totally obvious, but that would seem like what has happened here. Further faster fledglings. They're going okay earlier. We were covering them in the first day. So I'm guessing that's the short course cutoff, but I couldn't actually know for sure. Can we find the short course? Yeah, so this is the stream, the river lower down. So that's good for pack rafting, but further up it's no good. So here's the splits on the stage as well. So yeah, Avea getting off pretty quickly. A number of other teams obviously getting through in pretty good time, and Ataraxia getting dark zone. So they had a lot of rest. That's adding into that time there. Tiki2 also getting dark zoned. So it's got some rest built into, forced rest built into some of those times. Cool. So let's have a closer look at the order of these top guys. So Avea, of course, barring some major hiccup, they're going to be away. And let's just check the route. Yeah, so they've followed the expected path. And you've got Tiki2 and iSport, who have been vying for that second and third. And you've got Ataraxia right up there. Motueka, who've been following them. Strong team, Out for the View. Sneaky Weasel Gang. Victory Vets. They've been moving up a lot. And Nutrient Rescue. If we wind it back a little bit. Yeah, so Nutrient Rescue they were up there as well. So people have really held their positions. Yeah, it's really much the same. Sneaky Weasel Gang moving up a couple, but not big moves at this stage. Yeah, so Radix slipping back a couple, but not super big. Yeah, Crafty Wicker Bars and Highland Events. Yeah, so just a few +2, -2. Nothing big. The gaps are looking pretty big now. I think where we're going to see people switching places is these three here, way too close to call, and this group here. You know, who knows who's ready to have a 2-hour sleep before the next group passes them. Someone has to have a 4-hour sleep, and someone's not going to finish as well. You've got to remember that a good chunk of the field will not finish, and this is some miraculous year that is too soft on them all. So we're waiting for someone to run into some issues. Well, let us have a look at those who have further faster fledglings. Oh yeah, they were there. So it'd be nice to see some specific news on these guys, and just found out what happened, because it's no one forfeits a GODZone easily. Got some messages coming in. That's nice. That's cool. Yeah, so that's really all we can see for now. Reminder, this is what the trek is like. The checkpoints, 26, 27, 28. Tussock Hut and the valley before Tussock Hut. So just imagine this challenge. Like, you know you've got to punch here, but they haven't told you the route that you're going to take to get to here. That's the control point there. Right? You've got to get from here to there. So I mean, it looks like there is really just one way, one best way to do it. I mean, this way here is also tempting. I guess some people will do that, so you don't get up quite as high. This looks like quite flat on the spur. Then you've got one big climb. You've got to go up quite high. And then down. I'm interested to see if someone goes this way. I'm not sure why. There seems to be such a strong consensus. I mean, there's just no one's going any other way. Yeah, it looks like a nice run, a nice gradient up there, and then flat on the top. And then that's often quite good going on these tops. If it's just a route, so maybe not. And this is a little bit more. Oh, it's got some flat sections as well. Yeah, it's still compelling. I think either's a good option. Maybe there's some local knowledge about how rooty some of these guys are. One doesn't look that much faster than the other. But yeah, that's apart from that, there isn't really another way to do it once you're on this trail. You're not going to get off that. And then the next checkpoint that they'll be getting, and the navigation on this is not super tough compared to what that Rogaine was like. Void Hut, just across here. Oh, yep, easily done. And again, you're chucking them into a big leg across to the river. Down here. Do we have route choices on this, guys? Do we have route choices? There's no trail coming down here, so I think people will split up. There'll be some people taking different spurs down here. That's my prediction. Someone will take this guy. Someone will be opportunistic and go down there. I don't see any major difference between them. But you've got to get over this high point, and yeah, if you're coming up the valley here, this looks like the best way. You're avoiding all of the thick bush and just staying in the open. Tussock grass up on top, maybe even a bit stony on the very top. And they're getting to the river checkpoints on the big river here. I think, yep. No, this is the checkpoint. That's the first checkpoint is down. Oh, okay. Yeah, it would help to have the checkpoints on this map, I think. Okay, so yeah, maybe you'll see some people come down the spur and then into the stream, but that's the checkpoint there. So no one's going to come down anywhere else because everyone's got to go through that one there. And then on the way up, yeah, just going up to the track. So we'll see if anyone does take their different route at the start that I mentioned. That would be cool. And we'll see if anyone splits on that spur. But other than those two little, where are we, spur here? Other than that, there's not really much route choice. All right, I think that's all we can glean for now. Let's have a quick look at a few photos. Some nice shots being put up. Yeah. Pretty good bush if you ask me. That is very passable. Oh, very nice. Yeah, okay, cool. Confirmation of the short course. So that's what we saw. The team cutting across from checkpoint 24 to 27. So everyone from this point onwards will be short coursed. The two that were dark zoned were the last ones to stay on the long course, and they've had this extra dark zone, so they're going to be probably the last guys back in Rotorua. Oh yeah, pretty good conditions on that river. Nice and smooth. Nice. Sweet. All right, that is guys.